Science is the key to our future. This is a quote by Bill Nye, who is an American mechanical engineer as well as a science communicator and science presenter. I've been very, very opportune for the past 3+ years to be the communicator of how important STEM education is for our future here in Lagos State. And I am really, really honored to have been given this platform in which I have contributed to thousands of teachers and thousands of students' lives in talking about making our learning more relevant, making the learning more applicable, talking about creating projects, also making sure that our students are equipped with skills for them to become entrepreneurs. And I've been doing this through fantastic partnerships such as the one with the GIZ organization from Germany, the US consulate here in Lagos, as well as other organizations in Europe and the United States, and of course organizations here in Lagos that have trusted and believed in this vision, in this purpose that we have for making Lagos the city of our dreams. And the only way we do that is by encapsulating working on the social goods, social services that we have here in Lagos. And education is one that touches everyone's lives, because all of us, even if we decide, you know what, I just want to be someone who is a mason and I'm going to work in construction, you're still going to have to learn how to partition things together. You're going to have to learn estimation. You're going to have to read. So you're going to have to be literate, which is you can read and then comprehend whatever you're reading. You're also going to have to be numerate, which is you can estimate, you can utilize numbers, you can calculate percentages, you can subtract, you can add. All of this all fall under the purview, of course, of education. And that's why I call it a social good, because it belongs to everyone. And I have been really, really blessed to be one of the policymakers here in Lagos State around education, making sure that we work with our teachers, with our students, to ensure that the education that we deliver is quality. There have been individual stories too that have really touched my heart, working with particular teachers, working with particular students, turning and making a change with students and teachers. One of which is a student in Alimosho who had actually wanted to drop out of school and had stopped finding any joy in going to school, felt he was not learning anything at school. And we started this entrepreneurship program at his school called the C-Hub Entrepreneurship Club program. And it is sponsored and facilitated by GIZ, an organization in Germany that is focused on the boosting skills capacity of youth across the world. Unfortunately for us, Nigeria happens to be one of the countries that they are funding, and we were their maiden opportunity here in Lagos. That's the first time doing programs like this in Lagos was us. So this school was a part of this maiden effort, and this student, when he started seeing what the facilitators were doing with his colleagues, with his classmates, his peers, he got intrigued and interested, and he keyed into it and he bought into it, and he started being a part of it, going for the clubs, carrying out the activities, carrying out the projects, also working with them, setting up their own business, because that's the whole aim of that program, is you create your own business and you create a product, and then at the end in the competition you explain your numbers, and then you also try to pitch to sell that product. And I'm happy to say that his team won here on the state level, and of course he was quite excited about that, really, really enthused about the fact that, wow, look, I did this. But beyond that, he also had the opportunity, after being one of the winners on the state level, to go to the national level, where we competed against 6 other states, and we emerged as national champions, of which his team were the national leaders. And let me tell you, after that, his life was not the same, because he has been interviewed, of course, by GIZ as well as the affiliates, and he has gone on to win other competitions. Just recently, earlier this year, he won a competition hosted by the Ministry of Science and Technology here also in Lagos State, where people were to bring out their own products, and he brought out a product that he and his team had assembled together, and he emerged again as the winner of that competition. So it had given him so much confidence. He's more enthused about trying out and carrying out projects. He's somebody who is now an ambassador, speaking to the other students, telling them about how they can do this, and how learning is so much more than just a dry going to school, rote learning. All you're doing is doing the same thing. It's more about applying. So that's the message that I want to leave, and I'm hopeful that we've left at the end of this administration. And as we start again, the message is that Lagos is for everyone, and that we are using these social services to make the Lagos of our dreams through boosting these students, through their teachers, through these methods we're creating, to have the skills and capacity to solve the challenges that we have here in Lagos. And then hopefully other people in other states will see what we're doing here in Lagos, and it will replicate all across the country. And the students will realize that we don't always have to import things from outside. We can use our low-cost resources here to create things here that can actually solve these issues, these challenges we have around us. I am very excited about all that work that we've done these past 3 years in this capacity, and I'm looking forward to us doing more. I am really grateful to all the people who have volunteered, who have supported us in cash and in kind, who have also cheered us behind the scenes, who have given up a huge part of whatever it is that they decided they want to give to make these projects come to pass and a reality and enrich and impact all these lives. I am also grateful to, of course, the governor himself, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I am very happy that you've been given another opportunity for the next 4 years to continue the good work you've started. I'm very glad that you found people like myself who have the capacity to be able to carry out programs like this and giving them the opportunity to carry out these programs. I'm hopeful that you'll continue to do this in the next administration. And I also want to thank, of course, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Tai Inde, for also believing in this work and also supporting this work over the years, making sure that we continue to do what we have to do over and over and over by quietly encouraging and supporting us. I mean, it's been more than enough. And of course, I also want to thank our Honorable Commissioner for how progressive she is and how she always has an open door to always listen and always give suggestions, always give ideas. And believe me, she has lots of ideas from her wealth of experience. But beyond that, I love the fact that she gives autonomy to each of us to be able to go out and try and explore and carry out these things that she knows will come back ultimately to benefit our students. I also, of course, want to thank our permanent secretary as well as all the directors and the other civil servants that I've worked with here at the Ministry of Education over these 3+ years. Like I tell people, when you're driving a car, it's easy to just see the external and forget that there are all these different parts inside the car that help you to move from point A to point B. Believe me, these people are the people who are all these parts that make sure that the cars are moving from one point to another. So they're the ones who help our car, which is this project, to move so we can deliver all of the deliverables that we have done throughout timeline of this project. I am truly, truly grateful too. So other people who, of course, who I cannot name because they prefer to say anonymous, but I want to thank them for over the years making sure that they chip in whatever advice, criticism, as well as support. There's so many and they're innumerable to keep mentioning. And of course, all the partners that I mentioned from all these different organizations. My name is Dr. Adetola Salau. I am the Senior Special Assistant on Education to the Executive Governor of Lagos State, which means that I'm the political aide on all matters education to the Executive Governor of Lagos State. I also acquired my doctorate degree while I was in this role, and let me tell you, combining both of them was quite a task unto itself too, but it was done. So I want to thank you for being a part of us during this journey that was Team Up Lagos, and we're looking forward to other programs that we're going to carry out on behalf of the citizens of Lagos State. Thank you.